as healing. A bit of a hybrid there. Hey, let's go ahead and take a look at some hybrids presented by Toyota.
You are a simple man. Transcendent's going to come out up top to be aggressive on it as they push down with it. Grab comes out of the follow-up, but Colorx should have a free grab coming in here. There's nothing to stop this one.
No, there isn't. We do have the trance there. AimGod keeping his team up, and Nico's going to go down. Not going to help things here for Paris, as that is going to lead to them getting overwhelmed. One after the other. Paris out sent packing, and we're up to 70%. AimGod to live up to his name yet again. Oh, AimGod is the one to take a bullet to the face, though. That's not going to be great. But there's the grab, bringing Danye in. Cruz with the sound barrier over the top. That bonus HP going to make all the difference here. Boston Uprising, however, are the ones to take full advantage, and Ben Best will get beams down by Color Hex. Man advantage now for Boston Uprising. Rally used by Blase. They really want to just slam the door on Paris, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Boston Uprising will take back control of the point.
The Diva usage has been...
He's off at Trance. Cruz doesn't even have sound barrier yet. I mean, he is catching up. But if Color Hex decides now or never, now could be the time to get it in here. We will have the Trance used by AimGod to keep fusions up, and that's going to work. Ben Best goes down. And Paris Eternal maybe buckling here. 3 quick kills for the Boston Uprising, and they are going to lock it down here. They are going to pick up the first map of this series. Boston Uprising definitely showing up here to play today. Finzy, well, demeched immediately. This is just buying time.
Just delaying the inevitable as the Boston Uprising put a masterclass onto the Paris Eternal. 27 eliminations to a mere important. And see if he can continue it here as our next map.
He's hoping for 4. He's hoping that Grace, shows himself again, and there it is. Just straight EMP. Let's go. Get the fight going. Can't kill the Lantern. That's not going to be good. Alamao has to focus on it. We'll eventually find that kill, but we are still looking for the first one here. And now Paris, the EMP is worn off. They get the fight back, and it's going to get dicey here for Boston.
AimGod's getting a kill onto his opposing number there so far. They've just killed Destructibles. Tyre comes in, gets 2, and on Assault, that's usually enough.
Yeah, that's huge. So want to get 1 tick of permanent progress. But they've got such a long way to run back. They need to be quick here. Paris Eternal, stagger things out. Take your time with it. Rally goes in, but they may not be able to do it. Oh, just barely. Gray makes it in time. So close, but Gray gonna go down. Now it's Ben Best as the Hammond, and now we're starting to get the entire team here for Paris Eternal making their way back. But because that took so long, Boston are back into the fight as well. There's the sound barrier coming in from Alamao. That's gonna set it up, and this should be Boston locking down the second point.
Boston's got a 6v5 as they stalled it out enough to get people back in, and now Paris is on non-ideal heroes. They're able
as well. So his ultimate is there. Now life is going to get interesting here for Paris. Danye chucks the grab out, gets eaten by RCK. There's the play for Boston. Sound barrier used, and RCK gets picked before. Still, we're trading back and forth. Cruz goes down. There's the ult as well from Finzy, and Paris Eternal will get rebuffed. Ben Best already doesn't want anything to do with this. He's trying to back out.
That's a trade that you make every day of the week, and appropriately twice on Sundays, as Blase is able to clean up the rest of it, but you trade your self-destruct for loose. Gray has been in such perfect position here the entire time. He's going to come swooping around with Transcendence.
Transcendence, though, Gray, exactly. He had the hidden play. Will not go down. Finzy getting cut off from the rest of his team, though, may hurt things for the Paris Eternal. We'll see if he survives. It doesn't look like it's going to be self-destruct, but he goes down before he can get it off. Alamao just getting blown up. Point blank, Danye going to work. There's 3 and 4 long range. AimGod not able. Exactly, and we've got the rally. There's the grab to kick things off, and they are going to be moving through. Shatter attempt. We got Blase going down here for Boston. Already down a man, but that still works out for Boston. If they can continue to hold, they get the kill finally on Ben Best. But it's so many ways to make this hold happen. Fusion's going to get the boost. And that is going to get him the primal. Now let's see, no time wasted on his side. And once again, he's kind of just forcing it. Let's see if he can actually try and cut somebody off and throw them into the river. Not looking like it, and yeah. Team Matrix from Finzy working wonders, and Fusion's nowhere to go, stuck in a room.
They have just focused and abused him. However, a nice environmental on Nico. Don't think it's going to be enough, though. Paris running over their home map.
Self-destructs all over the place, and it is going to be AimGod, last man to go down here for Boston. A single tick is all they need, and Paris will be tying up the series 1-1 in maps. A good drawn-out battle. That's what can decide whether you're in the playoffs or not.
Well, our next map for the high ground, and again, Boston wins a fight without having to commit a lot of impactful ults.
There goes the shatter, but then the grab perfectly timed by Danye. He will pay for it with his life, though, and Boston Uprising now, they were off to a bit of a rough start on this map. that they are starting to hit their stride. Perhaps waiting to see if his team are going to be in the proper position, or if they can even commit to it at all, because Boston Uprising, they were dropping low. Alamao's going to be there with the sound barrier, going to be keeping him up. Grab thrown in by Color Hex, looking for the follow-up, and it's not quite there. They are hanging in there, Boston, but Aim God, perfectly timed Transcendence, healing everybody on his team, and now we're going to get into the nitty-gritty. Trading 1 for 1 as the ultimate effects wear down. We're going to start seeing the kills come through, and Paris Eternal finally will find success.
Boston went into that fight with very little, but they took long enough that they were able to get ultimates up. Nice air control from both of those fights.
Minute and a half on the clock. Blase with the rally. Get everybody armored up and let's go. Boston Uprising, you need to take a fight, but it's time to take a nap instead. There's the sound barrier. Alamao trying to keep his teammates up, but they lose Color Hex on the side of Boston, and Fusions is the next to fall. Gray with the trance there to keep his team healthy and hale, and they are looking good now. Paris Eternal finding kill after kill. It is looking like they will succeed and pick up the lead in the series.
This has been so D.Va dominated to throw in these self-destructs at the perfect time. It has been the RCK and Finzi show. Finzi get the better of that one.
Excellent work.
When they win a match, it's always like this one all-star player comes in. Sometimes Cruz will carry. Both rallies come out when these teams want to fight, but Boston happy to just take this free push.
Well, there we go. Grab is in. Aim God there with the trance. Color Hex nearly goes down, but it looks like he will survive. Ben Best looking for the shatter. It's just shatters left and right now as they are going into it. Whole hog. No holding back now. Boston. Clever positioning there from Color Hex. Will he be able to get any value? No, it's Finzi who will find the double in the end. Color Hex and Blase out of the fight. And Paris Eternal on the defense, stabilizing.
The 11th ultimate used in that fight finally picks up 2 kills as you end up in the wrong spot, and the map itself will kill you. The environment itself will kill you.
Whoa, buddy. They actually threw the grab in. That forced the trance as well from Aim God. This is a fight right out the get-go, and Alamao is going to get caught out in the open. No good there. That's going to leave Fusions exposed. Fusions did go for the Rhine switch. He's dropped low, but it looks like they will be able to sneak their way out of here, Boston. They'll lose Blase. The support ultimates for Boston Uprising. So, Danye nearly got the grab. There it is. Pulls the trigger. No hesitation. Can they get the follow-up? Color Hex is out. Boston Uprising, they were looking good, but they're dropping players now, and it is Paris Eternal plowing forward. They will pick up the win. 3-1 victory for Paris over the Boston Uprising.
Tanya is going to get your highlight Graviton Surge there, but all credit to Finzi, who had chased RCK away down to the major pack. So the D.Va out of the mix, both D.Vas out of it.